Awesome. So I'm so pumped up. I'm so big on gratitude. And I just want to thank Seneca, Building Better Students. I just want to thank the speakers that are on this call because each and every one of you inspire me to be great and to just operate at a high level. So I'm just filled with so much gratitude that I've been assigned, to just do this important work on such an important day, in a day that people no longer have to work. Some people don't have to work, but if you are at work and you are on this call, thank you so much for just prioritizing your social and emotional well-being because you are in for a treat. With that being said, like Naya mentioned, I'm the founder of the Lead NYC. It's a leadership development agency based out in New York City. I'm a former Wagner College scholarship athlete and graduate. I'm a former NFL safety with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I've spent the past 10 and a half years serving in the New York City Department of Education as a teacher, coach, and a school administrator. And a fun fact, probably the most important, no, it is the most important fact, is that I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, and I'm a father and a husband. Those last two things are my most important assignments. And that is what you all at some point in your life will get to. You are someone's sister, brother. You will at some point be just have the assignment of controlling the environment. So I'm just excited, but I do want to ground us in the importance of today and the theme of my message. So I want to start off with a quote that really changed my life. And the reason why this quote changed my life is because of the environment that I grew up in. And we're going to talk about the environment and how when dreaming a dream so big that it keeps you up at night, how important your environment and you being intentional on being in the right environment so that the seed of greatness that was planted inside of you can actually grow. So the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. This quote, for me, the I would say the most important aspect of this is that comfort zone that we all know so well, right? That comfort zone of doing what comes easy to us, but where he says, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy, that's the storm that was sent not to destroy us, but to develop us. And we're going to talk about that today. So if you could just put in the chat really quick, like, what do we have here? What are you seeing here? Right? What are we seeing here? Let's put that in the chat. Let's put that in the chat. Right? So we're seeing a seed. We're seeing someone who's planting a seed. I love it. I see just the numbers going up in the chat. Awesome job. Right? So this is important, right? Because what I wanted to do here is I just wanted to show you what's already inside of you. What's already inside of each and every one of you on this call is a seed of greatness, right? But how we protect that seed, how we nourish that seed is going to be critical to you not just embracing it or just having a dream and dreaming a dream, but actually embracing the dream. So when we think about seeds, right? I want you in the chat really quick. Which environment will this seed grow in? Right? Will it grow in the desert or will it grow in the field? Right? Think about this really quick. Where is this seed going to thrive? Right? If I plant this seed in the desert, it's going to become the strongest oak tree. It's going to become the most beautiful orchid. If I plant it in a field, it's going to be the most beautiful oak tree, bamboo tree, you name it. Right? So I see them coming in. Right? So if you did not know, in the desert is a place where there are limited resources. There are no resources other than the sun and the sand, right? So if you were to plant this seed, your seed in the desert, nothing will come of it. Now, the thing about a seed that's so important, the thing about who you are that's so important is that you have the potential to be great. Now, I'm not telling you anything that you haven't already heard, right? You've heard that you are great. You heard that you have the potential. But the issue is you're choosing, and I just want to say this in capital letters, you're choosing to plant your seed of greatness in sand. You're choosing. What I want to do today is I want to teach you, I want to inspire you to take your seed of greatness, that potential that you have inside of you, the educators that are pouring into you every single day. I want you to make the decision, because you weren't born a winner or a loser, but you were born a chooser. And today, on this day, I need you to choose to plant your seed in the field. Now, this is why the field is so powerful, because the field, yeah, there's dirt. Yeah, there's things that are going to break down this seed, but it has all of the nutrients that's needed for this seed to become what it was intended to become. We have to stop planting our seed. We have to stop positioning ourselves in environments that aren't conducive and that aren't going to extract the greatness that's inside of us. Because y'all already got me fired up. So on a scale of 1 to 10, based on what I said, how important is your environment when chasing your dreams? Right? Based on everything the picture I just painted for you, how important is it for you to get your dreams and for it to become your reality? Ooh, chat is active. We went from 5 to now we have 65, 67, 70. Oh man, y'all fired up. Y'all got me fired up. The more y'all write in the chat, the more energy I just feel. There we go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Everybody's on the same page, right? Because what we don't think about, and it's coming, and I want to paint this picture so clear for you that yes, you've been planted with this seed of greatness. Yes, you have the potential to be the most successful person in this universe, right? But what we cannot run from, what we cannot neglect is adversity and opposition. So I'm going to say it one more time. What we cannot run from, what we cannot neglect is adversity and opposition, because it's coming. No matter if you're from poverty, growing up in poverty like I did, or you growing up in privilege, like my son is growing up in privilege, adversity and opposition is going to come. See, but the thing is that sometimes we think that the storm that's on its way was sent to destroy us, right? We think that this adversity of, I failed this exam, or, my father didn't come to my game, or my mom and dad aren't on the same page, or my teacher doesn't like me, or all of these different things that are happening in your life, they're not happening to you, they're happening for you. So here's the thing about the seed that we spoke about, and this field that we're going to plant this seed in, not the desert, this field, is that storms come, right? It's just a part of nature that storms are going to arrive. But the thing about storms is that most people don't realize is storms actually help seeds become what they were destined to become, right? Like if you read here, the air around us is full of nitrogen, but plants cannot absorb this nitrogen from the air. Lightning and rain, adversity and opposition, put this nitrogen, your gift, right? The people around you, into the soil, people, village, where plants can absorb it, you being the plant. This is why lawns, gardens, and landscapes look so green after the thunderstorm. So people always praise how Martin Luther King was this amazing change agent, but oftentimes we neglect how much pain he went through, right? Like I have a dream speech is not what I think of when I think of Martin Luther King. What I think of Martin Luther King is someone who chose peace over violence, right? Like when I think about the educators in my life, I think about them asking me difficult questions that I didn't want to answer. I think about my parents challenging me to be better. I think about my environment telling me what I couldn't be, right? Like we have to shift our perspective from thinking that these storms and these adversities that are coming our way are sent to destroy us. And I wanted to start there because when you saw that Jeremiah Brown played in the NFL, I know some of you, your eyes lit up. I know some of you, the first thing is you said, wow, this guy played in the NFL. I did play in the NFL. I was blessed to play against the Tom Brady's of the world, the Aaron Rodgers, like ready, set, hike. And I'm on the other side of the field. Now, Tom Brady was that good that he threw that thing over me, and it is what it is, but I was on the field with Tom Brady, right? So I paint that picture because sometimes that's all you think because of social media. And I get it, right? Social media shows you what the prize is without the process. I just wanted to show you what the process is. So please forgive me that I'm not throwing a bunch of money. I'm not throwing pictures of, fans and signing autographs. I just wanted to show you the process so that the seed that's inside of you could actually become what it was destined to be. So this is me living my dream, right? This is my NFL locker. This is me preparing for my first preseason game. This is an article that ESPN wrote about me. This is me on the right when Instagram, and for my early Instagram users, we had the little templates. And this is me taking a picture of my NFL contract and me literally crying and sharing how this moment changed my life. Signing a deal worth over $1.5 million where I grew up in the hood. I grew up in a situation where I watched my mother struggle every single day, and she only made $42,000 a year with overtime, right? So the picture that I'm painting is now I'm living a dream, and I have the ability to now go back and support and really uplift my community. But here's the thing. The misconception is that the people we see on social media, including myself and the other incredible speakers on this call, is that we've always been here, right? That I've always been one of the top transformational speakers, right? Like that I've always been a professional athlete, that I've always been a father and a husband. I've always been an educator, right? Like that's the misconception. So when you see people on social media, when you're looking on MTV and you're seeing this person, you're like, man, God, like I want to be that person. What I want you to ask yourself is, am I willing to experience the same pain? Am I willing to go through the same adversity and opposition that this person went through? Because that's what shaped them to be what you see. What shaped me to have this company across my chest was pain. It was a storm. It was adversity and opposition. It was my mother telling me she could no longer pay for me to go to school. Where like it were these things that is what birthed this person you see on the screen. So this is who people don't know. They don't know about the little black boy that grew up in the hood, that wore a do-rag everywhere, and he was being recruited by drug dealers and gangbangers. Right? Like this is what people don't see. Right? The pain that I had to actually choose. Right? So I told you something, I put it down and I'm praying that you pick it up. See, what I'm putting down is I was in an environment where every single person told me what I couldn't do. I know I'm speaking to somebody right now that's in an environment where everybody's telling you you can't do it. I know everybody's telling you that this is what you can do versus what you can't do, right? And in this environment, it almost dictated my future. Like, let me be honest with you. Me seeing my mother struggle to pay bills and me knowing that I could sell a drug or scam and actually take care of my family, it was something that I thought about. It was something that I really considered. But then when I realized the longevity of having to do Fed time, when I realized the longevity of actually potentially losing my life, I said, no. I know. I don't know why, but I know that I was born to do something great in this world and do it legally. So this little black boy here had to overcome so much because he had to choose to plant his seed in a completely different environment. So if you get anything from this call or this message, it is that you need to choose to make the decision on where you plant your seed. So when I think about the storm, my childhood environment, it was sent to develop me and not destroy me. All I did, I'm not better than anyone in my neighborhood. Shout out to the big homies on my block, right? I love you. You gave me the grit. You gave me the passion. But all I did was I turned that pain that the homies on the block gave me, I turned that pain of watching my mother struggle to pay bills, I turned it into purpose. Because what happened was I was this professional athlete who had hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I had no identity. I was a leader. I had confidence, but I couldn't see it, which led to me being suicidal, right? Because everybody in my neighborhood was like, now you failed us. You made it, and then now you're back. How does this happen? At the time, I thought that this was sent to destroy me. Like I thought that this world would be a better place without me in it. That's how bad it was. But all I did, all you're looking at is someone who chose to turn that pain and turn it into purpose. So now I'm going to give you some tools. I really want to help someone today with some tools on how to find purpose, because I know everybody's asking you, what do you want to do when you get older? And some of you are saying, I want to be like Jeremiah Brown. I want to play professional sports. And then some of you are saying you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, an entrepreneur. Let me give you some game. Let me put some things down that I really pray that you pick up. Don't ever forget this, and I need you to write this down. You are the solution to a problem that exists in this world. See, my educators and my family members were asking me the wrong questions my entire life. The wrong question was, what do you want to be when you get older, Jeremiah? I don't know. It wasn't until my pastor said, what problems in this world do you want to solve? And my whole life changed. So from now on, when someone asks you what you want to be, respond and say, that's actually the wrong, respectfully, that's actually the wrong question. Respectfully, the problems that I want to solve are this. Let me break this down for you. Problems and solutions. I want you to think of a problem in this world that has created pain in your life. Or think of problems in this world that keep you up at night. Like, what's something that it just grinds your gears, that kids are choosing to be scammers instead of choosing to be something of great substance to change this world in a positive way? Like, it grinds your gears that kids are choosing to blame everybody for what they don't have other than themselves, right? Like, people choosing comfort over excellence, right? Like, these are things that grind my gears. So you have to ask yourself, what are some problems that exist in this world? And I need you to understand, I need you to repeat out loud, you can and will be the solution. You can and will be the solution. So in the chat right now, I want you to say, I am a solution. Type it in the chat right now. I am a solution. Now, here's the thing. You don't know what problem it is yet, and that's okay. But the fact that you're going to leave this call knowing that you're a solution to a problem that exists in this world, you now know your life has purpose. And you may have not thought that ever before, but now you do. I am the solution. So here are a few examples for those that are visual learners like myself that are still a little unsure of like, where am I getting with this? These are examples of problems and solutions. Crime that exists in this world, the police solve these problems. Everyone's not built to be an entrepreneur, but there are people who deep in their hearts, they don't like crime. They want this place, they want this world to be a safer space. So they don't become entrepreneurs, they become policemen. They become detectives. They become sergeants and captains to help the fight against crime. There's a fire, the fire department. We call them the modern day superheroes. Communication, being able to communicate. 20 years ago, the way we communicated, there were some issues. There were many gaps. Apple and Android, they filled that gap. They solve a problem. If you want to see someone, you don't need to be there. You can FaceTime them now. That was a problem that existed, and someone chose to be the solution. And as a result, they're billionaires. Virtual school, COVID happened. How are we going to teach the next generation of leaders? Zoom and Google Meets said there's a problem that lies, and we have the solution for that problem. As a result, Zoom becomes a public company, and now both companies are worth over billions and billions of dollars. Students who struggle with confidence, leadership skills, and finding purpose outside of their sport is a problem that exists in this world. The solution? I'm looking at you because you see what the solution is. The solution is Jeremiah Brown, the founder and CEO of the Lead NYC. I'm the solution to a problem that exists in this world. I'm sorry?
We can't see you. I don't know if you were looking at us.
Okay.
This is just.
Oh, okay, cool. But I was looking at y'all all in your eyes. I was looking at y'all all in your eyes, but y'all can't see me, which is cool. Students who struggle with the confidence, leadership skills, and finding purpose outside of their sport, the solution to that is Jeremiah Brown, founder and CEO of the Lead NYC. So I ask you right now, Thinking about problems that exist in this world. Will you be the CEO of the solution to that problem, or will you join a team and be a part of the solution to another problem? Because the pain that you're experiencing in the environment that you're in, all that's doing is it's molding you to be who you need to be. That pain that you're experiencing, I want you to turn that pain into purpose, right? So we take these environments that we're in and we shift them into purpose, and we go back and we bring those environments up. That's how powerful leadership is. So what I want to do is I want to now look you all in the face. Can you see me now? You can see me? Cool. I just wanted to teach you guys something. I wanted to teach you guys how someone like me, who took an environment that was given to him and turned it in from pain to purpose. But what I wanted to teach you was that it is in the moments of challenge and controversy that we become who we're destined to be, not the moments of comfort and convenience. Dr. King is who he is because of the moments of struggle and controversy, not the moments of comfort and convenience. And what my hopes was that I walked you through the storms that come in struggle and controversy. They were sent to develop you and not destroy you. Because here's the thing. The dream you have of being a professional athlete is a little dream. You think it's a big dream, but it's a little dream. The big dreams that you have of changing this world and being the solution to a problem that exists is a dream that Dr. King planted inside each and every one of us. But I don't want us to just dream a dream. I want us to embrace the dream and do the work that is required to accomplish it. Building Better Students, I thank you so much for this opportunity. Students, staff, y'all are in for a treat, because if I brought some energy, I know for a fact the speakers after me are going to come with even more energy and more clarity to help you understand who you are and you embracing that dream. That's my time. Thank you all.
Man, everybody, give it up for Jeremiah Brown. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, that was so good. One of the biggest things I got from that, man, choose your hard. You know, life is hard, just living it. So whether it's a positive or a negative, you know, Jeremiah shared his story that not a lot of people know. So choose your hard, you know. So thank you so much for that, for teaching us, showing us, you know, what that looks like. So thank you. All right, next we got Dr. Hammond. All right, so coming up with servant leadership and self-care, you know, mental wellness, Seneca hit on it earlier, is so big, definitely in today's time. So we all need it, hear more about it every day. So I'm gonna turn the floor over to Dr. Hammond.
Naya, really quick, if I could, and Dr. Hammond's about to come with some passion. If I could, I'm gonna send you guys just a QR code, because I would just love to get some feedback from everyone here, if possible. So I'll send that to you guys on the back end. But I know Ms. Hammond's about to rock the house.
Yes, thank you for that. We got you.
And one more thing, Jeremiah, you didn't mention anything about your book, but I think it's very important to say something, because I know your book is coming out on the 13th, I believe, February.
You're on mute.
Oh. Yep. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yep. My book, Lead Like a Champion, is my first published book. I'm extremely excited about this book. It is something that for me took many years to get out of me. It was something that in terms of imposter syndrome, in terms of the storms that really came my way, this is me taking ownership of my story. It is a social emotional leadership playbook for student and athlete success. And the power behind this book is to really help the next generation of leaders understand that they do have a story, and to understand that, you know, and taking ownership of your story, it starts with leadership. So I'm just going to share this on the screen. If you all could just, you know, scan this QR code really quick. You're just going to type in the code TALK, and everyone that does fill this out is going to get You're going to get the first access of the book before it goes live, before everyone else has access to this. So please, 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 I would love just your feedback on what resonated with you. What are some things that could have gone differently? But I do not want to take up any more time. And Seneca, I really appreciate you for that. February 13th, it'll be in Barnes & Noble, Amazon. Go get that. Lead like a champion. Let's get it.
You heard it. Lead like a champion. That's awesome. That is awesome. Super congrats, Jeremiah, on that. Yes, yes, that is great. That is great. Okay, I'm